reality of progress. When we're looking at our mindset of what progress should be falling behind and looking into, we kind of have three frameworks that what we can look at. If you look at this first one, this is what people typically want. This is linear progression. If you were training to improve your vertical jump and you're going to do a 6-week program, you might train for 1 week and your vertical might go from 30 to 32 inches. If you expect that trend to stay the same, maybe by week 6, you're at 42 inches. Okay, when we're looking at that, that's going to be kind of not a very realistic improvement, and that's not necessarily how the body works. So what typically will happen is, maybe we get into over here where people quit. We start at 30, in 2 weeks we're up to 34, and then maybe week 3 we drop back down to 32 again. Okay? So typically what's actually happening is over here in this far right column. This is actual progress. If people ever get to this point and don't quit whenever it comes back down, we start to see what the body will actually do. So when it comes to training demands and it comes to adapting to things, what we do is we put our body underneath stress. Whenever we adapt to that stress, that's how we actually have progress. So I may have some improvements, but as I progress my training, I purposefully add stress and load to my body, drive it down into a hole, and then my body has to compensate and adapt to that stress by rising back up out of it. This is called supercompensation. So, when it comes to shaping your mindset around how progress can happen, as you start to get a few weeks in, your body can be adapting to this stress. You need to give it time to come out of it, compensate to the stress that you are adding to it, keep progressing that stress, so that over time, we start to see a trend of progression. But when you have times where you're dropping down into these dips, we can't be frustrated and quit here. We have to be able to be patient enough, stay consistent enough to keep adapting and start to see the reality of actual progress.